What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here about to check out Slick's new song, Wednesday. Now, I have not seen this before. I know it's on Netflix. I think the whole entire first season is completed, right? And I heard nothing but good things about it. I know my wife probably watched it already. She's a huge Adam Family fan. And so a whole entire thing dedicated around Wednesday is something that she would love. But like I said, I heard it was fire. It must be. Slick made a song about it. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. We got CC on for the lyrics. Black diamonds on the AV. Hey.
Yeah, I pray at the GLD. These days I don't get no sleep. Young and the restless, I might end up dead. Funds and anorexic, I'm tired of pretending.
Okay. All right. Very interesting. With the acoustic guitar and everything coming, that's kind of giving us like those vibes, like those slow, memorable vibes, the type of melody and tone that you would hear in like lo-fi music, if you will, right? But when we think about Wednesday, or we think about the Adam family in general, right, there's some eeriness, there's some mysterious, some horror tied to it. So sounds like Slick tried to fuse both of these, right? Kind of give us that somberness so he can go in here and start flexing with his vocals, while also bringing in that kind of like that horror, like mysterious, not mysterious, but you guys know that type of element that Adam family is with those underlining vocals. Okay. Funds do be anorexic though, bro. I'm telling you. 2 kids, man. No matter how big my check looks like, bro, them kids come back and say, you thought you was rich. That Negro a dad.
I'm tired of pretending that I'm fine, I'm not. I'm a fine, a lie, I'm a cry, a lie. Dead inside, away. I fantasize, but finding peace. Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting hook and everything. Now, obviously, people who, and I know there's some people out here that really can't see past, when you're looking at music, and especially when it's based off like a TV show or anime. I know it's difficult for some people to find, the behind the scenes of what's actually being talked about, right? Now, I think you'd be silly, or you'd be a fool to think, hey, he's just talking about Wednesday, right? Honestly, he's kind of talking about himself. Now, I haven't seen like the TV show, so I don't know if Wednesday's funds were actually anorexic, but
yeah, my life's a sleep paralysis. Can't get these demons out my head.
That's an interesting analogy right there. My life is a sleep paralysis, right? I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that, but I 100% have. Right. Generally, anytime I'm laying on my stomach, right, I have that fear of being in a sleep paralysis, where you essentially are aware that you are asleep, but you can't necessarily do anything. Like you're up, but you're asleep at the same time. I think another analogy to explain what he means by here, when he says my life is in a sleep paralysis, is you're pretty much kind of like on an autopilot, right? You're aware of the things that's going on around you, but no matter what you do, you can't simply seem to change it.
Can't get these demons out my head. Get out my head. So many adoptions and abandonments. So many been through so many homes and parents.
So many. Dang, that's so many homes and parents. Are you adopted, Slick, or do you just simply mean that step parents, right? Because I've had a whole bunch of those in my life. My parents were never together and everything. So my dad, I had about 3 stepmoms there, and my mom, I had about 2 stepmoms. So when it comes to like being around a whole lot of parents, same here and everything. But homes, so you can kind of take that both ways. I don't know anything mostly about like your personal life or anything like that, but I guess you can kind of go both ways. I feel like I'm either going to be right about one or wrong about both of them.
No Merry Christmas, no birthday wish list, but many stigmas. Nights outside of Wawa with the fiends. I ain't felt the bed since I was 17.
I ain't felt a bed since I was 17. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. I remember one time when I was making a rap right? Like the nerdcore. I got about 5 songs that are out there. And I was really proud about it. I was like, yeah, man, I can hang with these guys, go back and look at it. And it was actually kind of trash. But still, it was the fact that I even put something out there, which made me feel good. But I remember showing it to one of my coworkers. He was like, it's all right. And the first thing he asked me was, he said, do you do this for fun? I said, well, yeah. Right. And I didn't really know what he meant by that. And I was like, well, if you're not having fun, then why do it? And then, it became obvious to me that some people, while they probably are having fun, most of the lyrics that they put out here is actually coming from internally. You know what I mean? And when they make these rap songs about these characters and everything, they're more of like a, not necessarily a placeholder, but like the whole entire thing is like an analogy, right? You're familiar with this character, right? You done watched the anime, you done did the backstory on this character and everything. So it kind of helps when you're trying to explain like your feelings or how you're feeling or what your life is. You can attach it to something that's already familiar with most of the viewers and everything. So yeah.
Birthday wish list, but many stigmas. Nights outside of Wawa with the fiends. I ain't felt the best since I was 17. Yeah, I pray at the GLD. These days I don't get no sleep. I get no restless, I'ma end up dead. Phones and anorexic, I'm tired of pretending that I'm fine, I'm not. I'ma find a lot, I'ma cry a lot. Dead inside, alright.
See, that's another interesting thing about making hooks. See, you got industries, right? You got these staples, like especially in the music industry, of people who are really, really good at making hooks, right? Making like really, really catchy hooks. And I think the most difficult thing about making hooks is its replayability, right? Once you hear the hook and you vibe into it, will you vibe out next? Will you continue to keep vibing with it the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth time, right? And when you start taking that into consideration, it really starts to break down how you consider, how you think about your hooks. You know what I mean? Of course, a lot of that's going to be what lies in between the hook and, the verse. And if you have a pre-chorus right before going into it and everything, a lot of that's going to set up for your hook. But at the end of the day, it's for the most part, it's going to have to stand on its own, right? Because the purpose of a chord, the purpose of a hook, right, is to tie up the entire, it's a brief summarization of your entire song. You know what I mean? So it needs to be catchy, right? That is kind of like the driving point. If you don't take anything else away from the lyrics as you're listening to it, then at least memorize the hook. And it's not going to be memorable if people are tired of hearing it by the second and third time. I bring this up is because Slick's good at creating hooks, right? I found myself singing with them. Let's go. Bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Who are these people? This man got my, oh my goodness, bro. Hey. Oh, okay. Wednesday done became a trend on TikTok. Oh, dang. That's unfortunate. Get no sleep. She must have been killing it in the TV show. I like this humming. This humming can kind of be look at it as a sense of kind of like just, almost kind of like expressing like your pain or your sorrow, right? But it's coming more out on a more emotional level than putting it with lyrics and everything. You kind of hear the same thing in Kanye West's song. I think it was Hell of a Life, where at the end it's like heavily auto-tuned and it's got a lot of distortion. Although he's saying words, it's modified to come more off as kind of like a cry, if you will. I think it was Hell of a Life. Might be. I think so. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. See, he's utilizing that voice that you're hearing. That's called a vocal fry, right? He's utilizing that. I like that. All right, Slick. I know it's been a minute since I've listened to, well, not, no, I've listened to your songs and everything, but I know it's been a minute since I've had a reaction on here. But this was fire, man. You guys let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.